Coming up on the Liberty, Galactic has been reclaimed, and the Terminated invasion is all but repelled, but our work is far from over. Bouncing beacons continue to hamper our efforts. The Helldivers plead for something to be done about it. A moment of valor that is explosively hilarious, or hilariously explosive, and holding the line against tyranny and oppression in today's Super-Earth art of war.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat, Helldivers to Hellpods.
Helldivers, rejoice. All 7 bug invasions have been repelled. That's right, the enemy came clawing, gnashing, and screeching from the depths of the gloom, and they were met with the full force of managed democracy. This was no narrow escape, no last-second miracle. This was a resounding success, accomplished well ahead of schedule. The bugs brought their dragon roaches, their rupture types, their endless swarms, and still they broke against the unshakable wall of Helldiver steel. High Command is even now preparing our next glorious task. Until those orders arrive, take heart, Helldivers. You have proven once again that no enemy of Super-Earth can endure the resolve, the discipline, and the sheer firepower of Freedom's defenders. Stand tall, reload often, and remember, the galaxy itself bends to the will of our unwavering dedication to spreading managed democracy.
Helldivers, a new rallying cry has emerged from the ranks on Super Reddit. A post from user SkinAnkle684 has gained traction under the banner, "Here's a cause everyone can get behind. We want our stratagem beacons to not bounce at all." The grievance is clear and resounding. While the enemies of liberty swarm our defenses, our most vital lifeline, the stratagem beacon, too often betrays us. Instead of locking into place as a loyal servant of democracy, it ricochets unpredictably off walls, rocks, armor, and even the most carefully chosen turret placements. Helldivers across countless warfronts report the same battlefield disaster. Hours of coordination undone by a bouncing beacon, leaving squads exposed to overwhelming fire. And yet, intelligence indicates that there is no current plan to remove the so-called feature. Entire protocols exist to rebounce beacons when they land somewhere stable, as if stability itself were the enemy. The proposed solution is elegant in its simplicity. If it hits, it sticks. No angles, no exceptions, no wasted seconds in the heat of combat. Whether striking steel, stone, soil, or chitin, the beacon should remain steadfast, ensuring our stratagems descend with unwavering reliability. This, comrades, is more than a balance issue. It's a matter of survival, and survival fuels victory. For liberty does not bounce, it holds the line.
You know, I once had a beacon bounce off a rock and land right back at my feet. I nearly called down an autocannon on my own helmet.
That's not a malfunction. That's just Super-Earth testing your reflexes.
Well, in that case, I passed, with several bruises and a new respect for flat ground. Helldivers, the question remains. What will it take to reclaim Oshaune, the first terminated hive world we have landed on? Our analysts continue to study the data, but the truth is sobering. Tens of millions of lives have already been spent with almost nothing to show for it. If we continue without adapting, the cost may climb into the billions. This is no simple campaign. The infestation saturates every corner of the planet, and current methods fall far short of the overwhelming task. New technology will be essential. Weapons and strategies designed not just to repel, but to eradicate the hive at its nefarious root. And yet, the stakes could not be higher. Oshaune contains concentrated E711, a resource as dangerous as it is priceless. Preserving and extracting it safely is vital to our long-term survival, and to ensuring our dominance in the war effort. Rest assured, the Ministry of Science has learned from past failures. Another Meridia will never be allowed to happen again. New safeguards are in place, and research is already underway to ensure both victory and preservation. So steel yourselves, Helldivers. The fight for Oshaune will test us, but with courage, adaptation, and science on our side, even the hive may fall. Gloom Hellworlds aside, let's turn our attention over to Helldiver Spizzo's desk for today's Galactic Weather Report.
Good day, Helldivers! If you're planning on roasting bugs, or yourself, today you're in luck. Let's dive into your interstellar forecast. First up, Hellmire. The scorched moor biome is serving up intense heat. Hot enough to fry your morale along with your boots. And just when you think you've found shade, fire tornadoes spin like they're auditioning for Inferno the musical. The Democratic Space Station is in orbit, presumably watching us burn like meat on an unattended barbecue while taking notes for morale reports. Next stop, Krimzica, which as usual is electrifying. Literally, ion storms are lighting up the sky, zapping anything that moves, including stray stratagems and maybe your dignity. Divers are advised to keep moving, unless you enjoy becoming a lightning rod. So, Hellmire's a planetary toaster, Krimzica a bug zapper on steroids, and everywhere you look, bugs, bugs, bugs. Gear up, Helldivers. Fireproof armor, shockproof boots, cooling packs, and a helmet. Preferably one that can double as a Faraday cage. Because on these planets, the weather isn't just nasty, it's trying to kill you. And it's winning half the time.
Sounds like we should all pack heavy-duty gear.
Exactly. This isn't a stroll through the park. Think of it as a survival course with high-voltage lightning and spontaneous fire tornadoes.
So, standard Helldiver equipment then.
Standard? Try overkill. You want to survive, not just look good in your armor. The weather doesn't negotiate.
Today's moment of valor comes to us from the fearless, if slightly unlucky, Helldiver Commissar Loaf, a private in the official Super Earth Salute Super Discord. In this clip, Loaf is seen battling the squids in one of our Federation's most sacred super cities. After securing fresh weapons, he finds himself uncomfortably close to an Illuminate Overseer. With quick thinking and quick thrusters, his Warpack saves the day. But fate is a cruel mistress. As Loaf torches a wandering voteless with his flamethrower, the Overseer doubles back and clubs him with all the subtlety of a shovel to the face. The impact sends him flying, directly into the blast radius of a grenade. We at the SCS salute Commissar Loaf for his courage, creativity, and tragically impeccable timing. And remember, Helldivers, if you'd like to see your own triumphs, disasters, or glorious accidents featured in the Liberty, join the official SCS Super Discord, now over 9,000 members strong, and submit your clips in Helldivers Cinema. The more insane, hilarious, epic, or democratic, the better.
In today's fan art spotlight, we're looking at an electrifying piece by Delta, capturing a moment of pure intergalactic camaraderie. The artwork features a Helldiver and a Helljumper locked in an epic handshake, the kind that radiates both respect and battle readiness. On the right, the Helldiver stands firm, armor gleaming under the battlefield light, while on the left, the Helljumper mirrors the grip with equal intensity, their posture a mix of determination and shared resolve. The composition brilliantly balances both figures, emphasizing the unity between different forces in the heat of interstellar conflict. The background is subtly muted, drawing all focus to the handshake. It's not just a handshake, it's a statement. Delta's skillful use of light and perspective makes the viewer feel as if they have stumbled upon a defining moment in the Helldivers universe.
I have to say, that handshake is so strong it could probably crush a Terminated skull.
Or at least settle intergalactic disputes. If only the bugs knew diplomacy.
I'm betting they'd still choose bugs over peace.
True, but at least these two have each other's backs, so when the universe implodes, they'll do it in style.
We conclude today's Liberty with the Super Earth Art of War. Helldivers, there exists a principle older than democracy itself. Holding your ground, even when every instinct and most of your internal organs are telling you to run. On the bug worlds, certain death is not a possibility. It's practically the weather forecast. Acid rain, mandibles, napalm-breathing sky titans, you name it. And yet, the true Helldiver does not retreat. Why? Because retreat is just a longer way of advancing, in the wrong direction. To hold your ground is to look at the charging Rupture Warrior, the looming Hive Lord, or the swarm of hunters and say, fine, let them come. I was planning to die eventually anyway. It is to recognize that the soil beneath your boots isn't dirt. It's liberty-infused dirt, and abandoning it would be, philosophically speaking, littering. Yes, you may be crushed. Yes, you may be digested. But if your last act is to unload a magazine, drop a stratagem, or just throw a really rude hand gesture, then you've already won. Because tyranny only triumphs when you move. So stay put, soldiers. Hold fast. And remember, sometimes the most democratic act is simply refusing to budge, even if it means becoming bug fertilizer for Super Earth. Yet again, we have reached the end of this democratic broadcast, Helldivers. If you haven't yet, check out our latest informative video on the various grenades we have in our arsenal and learn about the options available to you. And don't forget we're streaming at 4 PM EST, so make sure you join us as we continue to fight the enemies of the Federation. Until then, troops, stay liberated and never ever surrender. For Super Earth and democracy.